All the ledgers for the Haunted Star. If you find any discrepancies, take that up with Mr. Spencer.
Spanky?
Oh, there you are. Someone I'd like you to meet.
Oh, don't tell me. IRS?
The attorney representing Miss Quartermain.
We don't need attorneys, darling. We can handle this like civilized people. What's with the wheels?
Oh, well, in case you forgot, one of your misadventures brought me to the brink of death. Dr. Weber doesn't want me to overtax myself.
Pain and suffering. That'll cost you.
Don't I know it? You married?
No, sir.
Neither are you.
Could you step outside for just a moment, please?
No. He stays, you go.
No. I own this tub. The Haunted Star is mine.
Not anymore, it's not. That is a court order confirming that I have controlling interest in the Haunted Star by virtue of all the money I've put into it.
Well, it's great to see you back in such good form. All right, you go ahead and play the woman scorned. But I know that you're as crazy about me as I am about you. I'll just get a few things out of the office.
No, you won't.
Yes, Spinelli, it is awful that Jason is still in Pentonville, but it's kind of Jason's fault that his release wasn't contingent on Michael's. Not that he seems all that upset. I mean, Jason's as level-headed and totally unreasonable as ever.
How would you know that?
Okay, yeah. I went to go visit him.
To what end?
Just to say hi. And let him know how much you were suffering because he decided to send himself to prison.
Maximista is showing all the signs of lying like a rug, so what were you actually doing there?
Okay, I got an envelope in the mail, and it was from Franco.
There's no point in taking you back to your cell. You're about to get lucky, Morgan. Your wife's here. You got yourself a conjugal visit. Hey, if my old lady looked like your Brenda, I'd at least have a smile on my face.
You see Christina?
We spoke.
Yeah?
Sort of. Not a very productive conversation. Luckily, Carly interrupted and wanted the girls to go over there for Michael's welcome home party.
Party? Oh, so you knew there was a party and just assumed that Michael's father wouldn't be invited?
Kind of a fair assumption, wasn't it? Look, you
Well, I mean,
and Jack
you know,
are not on good terms, and
Yeah.
Carly is trying to rip Morgan out of your life.
You know what? I'll be the first to admit that Michael's childhood was hell. But you know what it's like to have everybody around you say you're a bad father over and over and over again? You know what? You know why I put myself through that circus of a trial? Because he's my son. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let anybody take him away from me.
I'm really glad Michael's home. It rectifies a travesty of justice, and I think if the kids could just get back to normal. I know that Christina needs a semblance of family right now. I think that might help her get over her anger.
I wouldn't count on it. She blames me for everything that's happened to her.
Because the nail on the coffin was when Michael got sent away. She blames you for that, and now that he's back, maybe she'll be able to get over it.
I'm not convinced.
Michael adores you. Let's hope that rubs off on her.
Did she say she's going to stop seeing Johnny?
No.
I want to just...
We have to calm down. We have to be very careful about this because she is acting out big time. She's got a stubborn streak, and the more we tell her that she can't do something, the more she's going to do it.
Yeah, but we're dealing with Johnny Zaccaro, who has a screw loose. She's young. He could manipulate her, right? Because he hates me that much.
Christina, priority now,
Right.
Okay? Let me handle it.
Really? What are you going to do? How are you going to handle it?
Without violence. She needs to know that we are making very strong, sane choices on her behalf.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you too, Mr. Trujillo. I gotta go, but we'll be in touch about the next one, huh?
So I bet I'm the last person you expected to see.
Didn't realize the few times we've spoken that I told you where I lived.
You didn't? May I?
Sure.
Thank you. Listen, Johnny, I realize that I am sticking my nose into something that is completely none of my business. But you seem like a decent man, and you are getting yourself into so much trouble.
And that would be?
I was with Lulu over at Dante's apartment, because I live right across the hallway. Olivia came over. She was asking Lulu to convince you to stop dating Christina.
And so why are you here instead of Lulu?
Because she didn't want to get involved.
So you volunteered. Sweet.
When Christina was a baby, I thought she was my sister. It's a long story, and the details don't matter, but my point is she better not get hurt. And on top of that, I have known Olivia for such a long time. She does not get angry easily. Look, Johnny, it caught my attention because she's bouncing off walls. She's saying that you're either the devil or trying to get killed by Sonny or both.
I'm sorry. Was there a question in there somewhere?
More like a warning. I really care about Christina, and I don't want to see her get hurt.
That makes two of us. She's been through enough.
Well, then you should know that this thing with you and Christina, word is spreading quickly, and it will blow up big time.
Jason said that I should take it to Claire Walsh, which I actually couldn't believe because Jason doesn't ever tell anyone to take anything to a federal prosecutor, so what do you think I should do?
You should have taken this directly to the prosecutor, as Jason said, and bypassed the jackal.
I just wanted to make sure that you were okay first. Do you want to go out on the terrace with me for a couple minutes? I mean, you're starting to look like a vampire keeping yourself locked up in here away from all the sunlight. I mean, I know I decorated this place really well, but that didn't mean you had to make it into your own personal little prison, keeping you away from everything you love that makes you happy.
Happy? You received a communication from a known serial killer, and instead of bringing it to me, your non-husband, you went to Stone Cold, which clearly indicates that even though Stone Cold is in a maximum security prison, you view him as more of a defender and protector than you do me.
No, Spinelli, I didn't take this to Jason because of any lack of faith I have in you. I didn't want to dredge up one of the worst mistakes I've ever made in my life. What I did with Franco made me hate myself. But even worse, it hurt you.
Back to get some not-so-petty cash, so do us both a favor. Look under the floorboards, behind the pictures, everywhere.
How long are you planning to play this game, wife?
Don't ever call me that again.
Okay, look. I would love it if we could fly to Vegas and do the whole thing sober. I mean, I'll do anything you want. I'll dress like Liberace. You can be Cher. We'll hire a Elvis impersonator to marry us. What could be more romantic?
Our nightmare of a pretend marriage is over. Which, by the way, means that this boat is no longer a caboose on your gravy train. Get out.
Tracy, Angelica Quartermain, would you do me the honor of becoming my wife? Ow! Oh! That hurt. You know, you're not going to get many more chances to take me back.
Good. Take that trash to the curb.
Wait! Hey, boys, take it easy. This is an expensive suit.